Yo, what is going on, guys? Everlemming here. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial video, guys. Now, last time I've done an actual, full-on tutorial video, not like a Let's Build thing, but an actual, tutorial video was, I think, probably the fourth video on my channel. I used to do Redstone tutorials, so I'm deciding to do another Redstone tutorial here, guys, just because I was building on my new server, guys, which I'm going to be streaming on tomorrow, hopefully. It's going to be sort of like a plot world for subscribers and stuff like that and friends. If you guys want to join in, it's going to be fun, hopefully, once I get it all built in. But yeah, so today, guys, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get the prison mine. Now, if you don't know what a prison mine is, Minecraft, so there's a type of servers, you know, that has like prison mines and they auto-regenerate. It's super cool, guys, but it's kind of hard to do on vanilla Minecraft. But recently I actually found out a really cool way to actually do it. Now, the one thing that it doesn't do is it doesn't automatically like sort of randomize all the ores inside the mine that you set. Because, I mean, that's like a plugin thing on PC. You can't do randomized blocks, to my knowledge, on Xbox or PC version on vanilla with command blocks only. Well, you probably can, but I have no idea how to do that. But I came up with this sort of way that's really simple to do, guys, and it doesn't actually take up that much time. So, for now, we're going to just get into the tutorial here. So this, let's just say this is my mine here. All walls bedrock and stuff like that. Now, if you're wondering why I made it so small, I'm doing a tutorial here, so I wanted to make it really short on how to do this and make it really simple so not to, confuse you guys. But actually, for this, let's make it one deeper just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. So let's say our mine's right here. So this is sort of the platform, this is like the room the mine's in, and this is the mine itself. So we're going to want to get the dimensions of our mine. So it's 4 down and 3 to the left. So now we're going to make an exact copy of those dimensions onto another bedrock case. Now, I suggest using bedrock. You could use whatever you want, but bedrock's probably the best one you can use. So now, this bedrock sort of square, it could be as big as you want. It doesn't have to be this small. I just made it this small for the tutorial, but you can make it on my world, I have it 30 by 30. So you could do whatever you want, but for the tutorial's sake, we're going to be making it this small. So the main commands we're going to be using here, first off, you're going to need a command block, you're going to need a map, and you're going to need the blocks you want to place in. So basically the main idea of how this thing works is that mine, it's going to be cloning different presets of mines, so with randomized ores. So let's say we have 2 more of these, so if I build this one over here, let's just do 1 more just for the tutorial, but you can do as many as you want. So you could have 15 different presets for these, but this one's going to have gold in it, alright? Now, on your actual world, that would just be different randomized sort of ores in there that you have to hand place yourself. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place down a command block and we'll write down /clone. Now, if you don't know what the clone command does, basically it takes 3 separate coordinates. 2 coordinates from the thing you're cloning and 1 of where you're going to paste it. So this is where our map comes in, guys. So we're going to try and find the northwest bottom corner of this bedrock area over here. So this is where we're going to be cloning to. So what we're going to find is, this map doesn't work. I need a new map. So you're going to want an empty locator map, and you're going to click on it. So if you don't know where the northwest is this way, so right there. So we're going to find the corner that's northwest. So it's this one. This is the most northwest of all the corners. You guys don't understand this. I don't know. I can't really explain it even more, but you're going to want to get the coordinates of this block right here. So you're going to want to break 2 in. Now, if you don't know how coordinates work, the coordinate's going to be showing the bottom one right here. So it's going to be showing where your legs are. So that's where my legs are, where I stand. So that's the bottom coordinate. So right there is the coordinate we're going to be getting. So you're just going to want to write all these down, guys. So you can grab out a sticky note. Or, yeah, I just grabbed that. I didn't think about this. But, yeah, just write down the coordinates. So we have 4, 10. Keep it in the same order, guys. 65. And -82. Now, you want to make sure that you get these right, because if you get it wrong, you could end up deleting a lot of stuff on your world by accidentally moving it to somewhere else. Like, if I did a +82 instead of -82, it could end up, somewhere on my server, and I don't want that. So, now, we're going to get the one that we're cloning. So, we're going to do the exact same thing we just did there, except with any 2 points, for 1 from the bottom, and 1 from the top. Now, since it's copying from our legs, we want to make sure that we're only breaking 1 on the top, because that's going to be where our legs are showing. So now we're going to grab this coordinate. This is 412, 60, -82. So your chords are going to be way different, guys, because you're probably going to be building bigger structures and probably going to be building it somewhere else. So just copy down whatever chords you have. So copy the one on the bottom too. So you have 4, 10, 57, -80. Alright, guys, so those are the sets of chords you're going to need. Now, you can replace the blocks that you just broke for that. Cool. Now you're just going to remember which chords are which, because in this clone block over here, this command block that we set to clone, we're going to be inputting the chords. So what we're going to do is we're going to be inputting these chords first for this one. So the chords for that mine that you have over there, you're going to be putting them in right now. So I had 412, 60, and then negative. Now make sure you have the negatives, guys, because those are important. 82. Then you're going to put in the second chord that you recorded for it. It doesn't matter which order you get them. I usually like to do the bottom one first, but I didn't remember which ones are which. So yeah, just put them whatever order you can. So for this one, it doesn't matter if you're putting in the top or the bottom one for this chord for the first area. Now this third coordinate that we're putting in, this is the coordinate from the top block that we got from the bottom west corner over here. So this is going to be the chord for this block over here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to putting that in. So we had space, 410, 65, and then negative 82. And there you go, guys. So now if we were to put a button on this and place this in here, that's going to be cloning the blocks into there. So if I were to break this, this button gets activated. It re-puts all the blocks in there. So if I had a huge mine over here and all the blocks were placed down with stone and everything like that, then it would keep that order over there. So now what makes this a little bit random is that we're going to clone the second copy over here. Now you can have more than two. You can have as many as you want. But you can also just do one. But if you do one, it's going to be the exact same preset mine all the time. And some people can memorize it. So if you have two, it kind of looks like it's randomized. So yeah. We're going to get a second command block here. Make sure you build it somewhat far away. So, like, it doesn't really matter. You can put these wherever you want. It doesn't matter where you're putting these relative. You're just going to want to put these anywhere. I suggest underneath your mine, just because it has some storage. But if yours is, like, really close to the ground, then build it really high up in the sky, guys. So, this one over here, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that we did for there. But we're going to be copying these coordinates. So, we're going to get one from the bottom. So, we have, you can flip over your index card. You have 410. 57. Now, you could skip this part if you want, guys, because this is just me building mine. Yeah, if you really don't understand, then I would suggest watching this part. Then we have 412, 60, negative 78. Alright, guys, so now that we have those chords, we're going to go... Actually, we don't really need the top chord because we already have the chord because it's going to be the exact same block. We're still going to be using this block over here. So now we're going to go put them into the clone block. So we're going to do the exact same thing we did for the other one, except input these coordinates. So we have /clone. Then just put in your coordinates. We had 410, 57. I hate doing negatives. Negative 76. Cool. Then you're going to do the next one, which is 412, 60, negative 78. So these are going to be different for you and me, guys. I just want you to know that so that you don't put what I have down in here, because this is for mine, but you're going to have your own examples for yours. So now we're going to copy the coordinate of the bottom west corner of the one that we're copying to, which for me, it's the exact same one as the other one. So 410, 65, negative 82. Cool. So now if we were to put a button on this, if I didn't do it wrong, now this should be filled with gold. And as you can see, guys, that's filling with gold. So now how do we connect these two right over here? So what we want is we're just going to add some repeaters in, guys. It's literally that simple. But before we add repeaters, so the repeaters, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to connect these two so that it's on a timer. So that each time it's resetting, it's not resetting instantly. It's going to have a sort of span between each sort of... What was I going to say? You have a sort of span between each reset of the mine. So let's say I wanted like 4 repeater span between each mine. I'd put like how many repeaters I want. You could time out each repeater, guys, but yeah. But before we do that, we're going to want to do something very important, guys. So now, one thing that we don't want to happen is that when we're in the mine, if someone was mining in your mine, like if I was in my 1x1 mine over here and was mining, you don't want their mine to reset on people while they're inside the mine, guys. So what you're going to want to do to solve that problem is that you're going to want to put another command block. And you're just going to want to get, where is it? You just want to get a random spot on your map. So let's say I wanted people, if they're in the mine, I want them to get teleported over to here, on this stone block right over here. Cool? You understand? I hope you do. So now we're going to do a command here, which is /test4 4. And guys, now, if you don't understand what this command is, basically, it's a sort of, it's testing for, like, general things in the area. So we're going to test for at all players. So if you don't know what at A means, it says it all here. At A is all players. So we're going to be testing at all players, and we're going to want to put a bracket over here. So, oh god, where am I? Where's brackets? You want these square brackets. So now, this is the part that's a little confusing for some people, but it's kind of simple if you know what you mean. So, now what we want to do is we're going to find a block that's sort of in the center of our mine. So, I want someone to be in our mine over here, so I'm going to do this. So, I'm going to get the coordinate of this block over here. So, it's 411, 67, negative 81. So if you're doing this, I suggest getting a mine, and I suggest making your mine square, because this will make it really easy. I suggest making it square and also on an odd number on each sides, so that you can do this. So basically, we're going to put in our coordinates over here. So we're going to do x equals, you can't just put it in like the other ones, you have to do x, then an equals sign, 411, just put in your coords here. Now you have to do y. But before you do that, you have to put a comma, then you can do y. Y equals 67. Then, where is it? I'm trying to find it. What was I looking? Oh, commas. Comma z equals, and then put in your z coordinate. Negative 81. Alright, cool. So now we have our coordinates in here, guys. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to put another comma in here, and we're going to be putting an R. And you're going to set the R equals to whatever you need. So let's say my mine was like really big. If you don't know what R equals, that equals radius. So what we're going to be doing with this command block over here, it's testing for players who are basically in this zone. So right now it's testing for if a player is standing right on here, because that's where we got the coordinates for. So if there's a player here, it's going to activate. However, we don't want that just to be there, because if our mine's huge, then we're going to want to do it over a distance. So let's say my mine was like 30 deep or something like that and 30 wide. Then I want to make my radius pretty big. So I just want to make my radius like 20 or something like that. And basically the radius, it's going to be, it's testing for that block too, but it's also testing for blocks that are 20 out from there, down, and up. So it's going to make a huge square around it, and that's testing for. So you want to make sure this square is sort of in your mine. So for me, I don't really need the radius thing, because mine's only 1 wide, but if you're doing like a 3x3 or something like that, then you're going to need this test for command. So once we get that test 4 right there, we're going to want to close it off with another bracket, guys. And we're just going to test if it works. So we're going to do this on repeat and always active. Now, this is going to actually flood your chat with sort of messages. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to do /game_rule. Now, I suggest doing this on all servers that you have, because this just, like, makes it way easier to type in chat and stuff like that. You're going to do /game_rule, and then I think it's either show... send command feedback. No, it's, do you just type in command? Yeah, command block output. That's what we're looking for. So, find command block output. Block. Output. So, once you type in command block output, you're going to want to put false. So, what this is saying is that it's just not going to have, like, all the commands in chat basically executing in chat. So, now that we have that, it's not going to continue spamming found every lemming. So when it says found every lemming, that means that it knows that I'm in a 20 block radius from that block we found. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a repeater, or I mean a comparator, off of this block over here. So since that is powered, that means that there's a player 20 blocks from that block that we got the coordinates for. So if you can see, if I move back far enough, it turns off. So if I was in that radius, it would turn on. And you want to make sure that it's on repeat and always active, so that it's always checking for players. So now that we do that, we're going to want to put a repeater back here. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do this. I'm just going to do this very simply so that everyone can understand it. But what we're going to do is we're going to build something called a pulse lengthener. Or a pulse... I don't remember. So, first off, we're going to want to build the wire out. And you're going to actually want 2 of these. Actually, you could probably do 1 with the T flip-flop, but I'm not going to do that. So just build a second one of these, guys. So we're going to do the exact same command we had over there. Actually, I'm going to cut until I get that. Alright guys, so now that we have that command block set up, we want to make sure that it's on always active. And this also doesn't matter where you put it. I just want it to be close together for tutorial's sake. But so now, these are both testing here, so you want to make sure. So these have the exact same command, so if I were to move away, again, 20 blocks, they would turn off at the same time. There you go. So now you're going to want to have one of these for each one command you have. So since I only have 2 mines that I'm going to be copying to, I only need 2 of these and 2 command blocks. So now we just want a redstone going out, and we want one going to each. So actually, what we can do right here is just have one going out in each way, right over here. I kind of made it unsymmetrical, but actually, nah, I won't fix it. But, alright, so what we're going to try and do now, actually, I can fix it. Never mind. Hold up. Now, don't build yours exactly like mine. I'm just saying that you should have 2 of these. Oh, that doesn't work. Never mind. Alright, so make sure that you have 2 of these, and both each have redstone coming out of them, like that. So that's testing for if things go out of range. Good. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to set up the repeater. Now, the repeater is going to be how long we're going to actually be sort of waiting for each reset to happen. So what we're going to need is, so if you don't know why we did this, this is just for that you could just set these up to buttons and just click it if you want to reset the mine. This is just so that you don't want extra lag in your world, because let's say I'm like 20 miles away and all my players are at like another part of the map, like building, and no one's actually in the mine. So I don't want my mine resetting while there's no one in the mine, because if it's going to reset like every 5 or 2 minutes, I don't want like a lag spike every 5 or 2 minutes. So the mine will only reset if there's actually players inside the mine. So that's why we have those command blocks. So now we're just going to be setting up repeater chains. So we're just going to set this up, and this is just going to tell how how long of a wait we have between each. So I'm just going to do like a few repeaters here. You can set these as long as I want. On my world where I have it, I have like so many repeaters, and it does like a 5-minute delay between each reset. So let's just do this much. So now for each of these, you're going to want at least 2 outputs right here. So 2 parts with redstone or like any block. So let's say this chain is going to come out, and this is going to be for the diamond reset. This chain, actually, I should probably add more here so that when we do actually add in one of the features, I don't get spammed. So you'll understand in a second, guys. But just make your repeater chain as long as you want. I'm going to just do a few of these, just so. So now we can go over here and do this. Now, practically, you're going to want to make this at least more than 50 on each side, just so that it doesn't reset so often. But what you're going to want to do now is each of these is going to be 1 for each. So we're not going to activate it now, but we're just going to do that. So now you're going to lead each piece of redstone to the piece that is going to be connecting to this, and you don't have to use, actually I'm going to use repeaters. You could use torches to make it so it's not that. I just want to make this sped up for the tutorial. So now we're going to grab a sticky piston, guys. This is the important part over here. So where this wants to intersect, you're going to want to put a repeater down, and then you're going to want to put a sticky piston. There you go. Make this going into the sticky piston, and there you go. So now, if the pulse was going towards this area, let me just get a lever, actually. So if the thing was coming around and it came on this side, what's going to happen is this will be activated, pushing that block up, and it's going to be going to power this. So we want one that's powering this. Let me turn that off for a second. But we also want another one going off, and it's going to power another thing. We'll do that in a second. Set this up on the other side, too. So what we got here, piece of redstone. And we want it to connect up over there, so let's bring it over here. And we're going to want to put the piston down. Now, again, this is just like an idea, guys, so you don't need to build, you actually shouldn't build it exactly how I'm building it. You should just build it in a way that it sort of resembles exactly how this is going. I'm just doing this spread out so you understand it, and it's not like compact and everything so that you can, you know, get it, because this isn't really like a tutorial per se, because everyone's going to have different sizes for their mines that they're doing, so I just wanted to do a general idea. So now you have that, you're going to want one leading up again, so just figure it out so that you have one leading up. There you go. And then you want one for another. So now with these second command blocks that we're going to be adding in, these are going to be for basically teleporting players outside of the mine. Now to make it super simple, guys, what we're going to be actually doing is we're going to be doing a repeat command block. So what a repeat command block does is that once it gets a, since it's on need redstone, when it gets a actual redstone power to it, it's going to be doing it like, I think 20 times per second is the count for it. So now we're going to be doing a slash teleport command. So we're going to do slash, actually, first, we already set the block where we want the players to get teleported to, so we're going to go copy this block over here. So we're going to get the coords for this, and you can do the one on top. You don't have to get the actual one. So 414. 69, negative 81. Good. So now we want to put that into the command block again. There you go. So now if you're wondering why we're doing a repeat command block, basically, let me actually explain this before. If this is our mine right here, we want to make sure that those command blocks that we're putting down are as far away as we can from this block over here. Just so that players that are actually, like, inside the mine, it's going to be on a repeat command block so that if there's multiple players, if one guy gets teleported out, it's going to teleport as much as we can, alright? And if it wasn't a repeat command block, it was just one guy's going to get teleported out and the others are going to get suffocated. But the reason why we want it to be far away is that if it was right on this side, basically since we're doing a closest player command for the command blocks, if one guy gets teleported to the block, then he's going to continue getting teleported to this block because he's closest instead of the people inside the mine. So you want to make sure that it's on the side of the mine and not on the side that you want to get teleported to, alright? So that is, for my case, it's on the side that I'm opposite from the one of the block that we're going to get teleported to. So now we're going to do this command for both. We're going to do /TP at players, or at closest player, which is at P, which is the closest player on the map. And then you're just going to put in the coords. So 414, 69, negative 81. And then you're going to put that in the other command block over here. Not that. /TP at oh god, I forgot to add spaces. At P 414. I just like doing it like that. 69, 81. Cool. So now we have our command block set up. All we need to do is power this. So now we have that set up. What's gonna be happening here? We wait. So now we get teleported over here. So if I was in the mine right now, and I was mining, it would teleport us and then it would switch. Now, if this was ideal, you would want to have different types. I'm going to move away now. So if this was ideal, you would want to have more than one repeater. So I'm going to break that off right now. On your server, guys, you're going to want a lot more repeaters just so that it doesn't happen like every 5 seconds like I have there. But yeah, that's basically the idea. So you're going to want to have all these sort of circuits going on. So the main parts are the teleport commands with that. Now, if you have a lot of players going on, just one of those will not do. So you're going to want a pulse lengthener. I'm just going to explain how to do a pulse lengthener for a second, guys. So a pulse lengthener goes far like this. You have different blocks set up. You have a repeater on each of these. You have a repeater over here. And then you have the block, or the redstone. So what this does is basically just draws out. So like that. It keeps on going. Oh, you need to have this connecting. There you go. So see, instead of having like that, it goes on for a longer time so that repeat command block will be going on for longer. So yeah, guys, that's basically the tutorial. I'm going to show you this on my world just so you have like an actual example of this. So I'm going to cut. Alright guys, so we are on my world right now, and I'm not even close to the mine, so I'm going to be going to the mine right now, guys. So if I remember my way, it's through here. Alright guys, so this is the mine on my world. So if we come over here, go through. This is the mine, guys, and I did it the exact same way. I didn't actually light up the place right now, but if you can actually see, the mine just reset. But yeah. So if we come down here, I'll show you all the redstone for this. So this is the redstone I have here. So I have my 2 different examples of mines. I actually didn't fill in the second one yet because I did really big mines, so it's gonna take a while. But for now, I'm only copying this one. So what I have over here is all the repeaters, and it's a lot of repeaters, but this is enough repeaters so that the delay is 5 minutes and 30 seconds between each reset. And I have all the commands over here. Now, if you're wondering what these extra blocks are, basically these are just things that prep people. So it says mine refills in 3, 2, 1. That's optional, and it's pretty simple to put in. I think you could look up any tutorial for that. But yeah, so that's the basic gist of this, and we just have all the same commands. We have the copy command over here. We have the test for. And as you can see, I have all the way over here, I have my teleport thing. And if you can see right here, oh, that's the mine. If you can see right over here, nope, that's still the mine. I made this thing really big. Alright, over here. If you can see over here, it's farthest away from where you're going to get teleported back, which is over here. So that's the basic idea of it. I'm going to show you in action. I just have to wait 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, let me just do a little time lapse over here of me waiting for 5 minutes. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're getting the message that the mine is going to be refilled. So now, it just teleported us over here, and the mine has just refilled. So that's basically the implication for this whole thing. So as you can see, if you're wondering why I couldn't move and why I was getting teleported so much, that was the teleportation thing, teleporting multiple things. So if there were more people in the mine, it would teleport one guy, then teleport the second guy, then keep on teleporting people until everyone was outside the mine, guys. So that's basically it, and, yeah, I think this is a really cool thing. I just wanted to show you guys, because I thought it was a really cool thing. I haven't really seen a really good version of these kinds of mines. So basically, yeah, guys, that's basically it. I mean, if this was, like, one of your servers, guys, I would suggest having more, like, presets. So if you could see down here, I have all of my things stacked on top of each other. And, I have the one filled down there, so that's the one that's getting reset to. So, ideally, you would want to also have a second one filled, or a third one, or fourth one filled, so that it keeps on doing different ones every single time, guys. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, guys. Make sure to like up the video, and subscribe. I know this wasn't a really good tutorial, guys, because it was kind of hard to explain how to do all this kind of stuff, just because it was with command blocks, but also, it could vary between different things. It wasn't like a redstone door with set dimensions. You could do this with any dimensions you want, and it's up to you how you want to place the redstone, guys. But yeah, that's basically the idea of this, and hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you guys do put this on one of your worlds, if you're doing a prison world, make sure to put that in the comments down below, because I really want to hear if you guys are actually implementing this, or just thought it was cool in general. So yeah, guys, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys!